Welcome to XLAND History. In today's episode, we saddle up and ride into the heart of the American frontier, where courage met the horizon. From Buffalo Bill's showmanship to Kit Carson's daring trails and Nat Love's unbreakable spirit, these cowboys and frontiersmen built the legend of the Wild West. Which pioneer's story inspires you most? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of adventure. Born in Iowa, Buffalo Bill Cody became one of the most celebrated figures of the American frontier. He worked as a Pony Express rider, scout, and showman, turning the Wild West into living legend. His traveling show brought cowboys and sharpshooters to audiences around the world. Passed away in 1917 at 70, Cody's adventurous spirit still defined the image of the cowboy and the open frontier. Born into slavery, Nat Love rode his way into history as one of the most famous black cowboys of the West. Skilled with a lasso and revolver, he earned the nickname Deadwood Dick after a rodeo triumph in Dakota Territory. He later became a storyteller, preserving cowboy life in print. He passed at 67 in 1921. Nat's daring spirit stood as proof that the Wild West belonged to everyone. Jim Bridger, a fearless mountain man and explorer, he mapped the untamed West before it was truly known. He guided wagon trains through dangerous passes and discovered geysers that later became Yellowstone. Bridger spoke several native languages and built bridges between worlds. He passed away in 1881 at 77, remembered as one of the greatest pathfinders of the American frontier. A rugged frontiersman and explorer, Kit Carson blazed trails through the Rocky Mountains and beyond. He guided settlers, soldiers, and mapmakers across untamed lands few dared to cross. Respected for his skill and endurance, his name became synonymous with frontier courage. He passed at 58 in 1868, leaving behind a legacy woven into every trail of the American West. Davy Crockett, frontiersman, soldier, and storyteller, he rose from humble roots to become a national hero. Known for his coonskin cap and bold words, he fought for freedom and fairness. He died in 1836 at 49 during the Battle of the Alamo, standing to the very end. Crockett's legend lives on as the true spirit of courage in the American wilderness. Known as the father of the Texas Panhandle, Charles Goodnight helped shape the cattle industry. He blazed the Goodnight, loving trail, leading herds across rivers and plains with unmatched skill. More than a cowboy, he was a builder of communities and legends. Goodnight passed away in 1929 at 93, leaving a legacy that defined the American cowboy's golden age. Known for his striking looks and steady hand, Wild Bill Hickok became the model of the Western lawman. He rode as a scout, gambler, and gunslinger, earning fame from Kansas to Deadwood. In 1876, he was shot while holding a poker hand now known as the Dead Man's Hand. He passed at 39, his charm and legend living on in Western lore. Born into slavery, Reeves rose to become one of the first black deputy U.S. Marshals west of the Mississippi. He arrested over 3,000 fugitives with intelligence, courage, and integrity. Known for his disguises and quick wit, he inspired tales for generations. Reeves passed away in 1910 at 72, his story shining as a triumph of justice and resilience. Writer, adventurer, and storyteller, Ned Buntline brought the West to life through dime novels and stage shows. He helped turn Buffalo Bill and Wild Bill Hickok into household names across America. His pen turned fact into legend, shaping how the world saw the frontier. He passed away in 1886 at 65, leaving behind the myths that still ride today. A true cowboy innovator, Bill Pickett created the sport of bulldogging, wrestling steers with his bare hands. He performed in rodeos around the world, showing skill, humor, and fearless pride. As a black cowboy, he broke barriers with grace and grit. Pickett passed away in 1932 at 61, remembered as a legend who redefined cowboy courage. Calamity Jane, 1852 to 1903, known as Martha Jane Canary, was born in Princeton, Missouri. Celebrated for her adventurous spirit, she became a skilled rider, scout, and compassionate nurse during outbreaks. She captured the imagination of the Wild West with her rugged charm. Jane passed away in Terry, South Dakota at 51 from pneumonia, remembered as a bold frontierswoman. James Butler, Wild Bill Hickok, 1837 to 1876, born in Homer, Illinois, known as Wild Bill Hickok, gained fame as a frontier lawman, gambler, and sharpshooter. His daring reputation and dramatic presence made him a legendary figure of the Old West. He died at 39 from a gunshot in Deadwood, South Dakota, remembered for the Dead Man's Hand and his fearless persona. Jesse James, 1847 to 1882, born in Clay County, Missouri, became one of the most notorious outlaws of the 19th century, leading daring train and bank robberies. His legend blended rebellion and folklore, making him a folk hero to some. James died at 34 in St. Joseph, Missouri from a gunshot, leaving behind a lasting myth of the American frontier. Billy the Kid, 1859 to 1881, born Henry McCarty in New York City, became a legendary outlaw of the American frontier. Known for his quick draw and bold escapes, he fascinated the public with his youthful daring. He died at 21 in Fort Sumner, New Mexico from a gunshot, remembered as the eternal boy bandit of the Wild West. Bat Masterson, 1853 to 1921, born in Quebec, Canada, rose to fame as a buffalo hunter, lawman, and later a celebrated sports writer. His exploits in Dodge City linked him with legendary names of the frontier. Masterson died in New York City at 67 from a heart attack, remembered as both a gunfighter and respected journalist bridging two worlds. Belle Starr, 1848 to 1889, born Myra Maybelle Shirley in Carthage, Missouri, earned notoriety as the bandit queen of the West. Known for her ties with outlaws and her striking presence, she blended crime with legend. Starr died at 40 near Eufaula, Oklahoma, from a gunshot, remembered as a daring woman who defied the boundaries of her time. Butch Cassidy, 1866 to 1908, born Robert Leroy Parker in Beaver, Utah, led the Wild Bunch Gang in daring train and bank robberies. His charm and leadership gave him a near-folk hero status. Reports say Cassidy died in Bolivia at 42, possibly from a gunshot, though mystery surrounds his fate, leaving a legend of outlaw adventure alive. The Sundance Kid, 1867 to 1908, born Harry Alonzo Longabaugh in Pennsylvania, gained fame as Butch Cassidy's partner in the Wild Bunch. Renowned for his marksmanship and loyalty, he became part of outlaw lore. Sundance is believed to have died in Bolivia at 41 from a gunshot, though rumors claim he survived, fueling endless speculation. Annie Oakley, 1860 to 1926, born Phoebe and Moses in Darke County, Ohio, dazzled as a sharpshooter in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Known for her accuracy and grace, she became a symbol of female empowerment. Oakley died at 66 in Greenville, Ohio from natural causes, remembered as Little Sure Shot, an enduring markswoman of American legend. Ned Buntline, 1821 to 1886, born Edward Zane Carroll Judson in Harpsfield, New York, gained fame as a dime novelist. His tales popularized frontier heroes like Buffalo Bill, shaping Western myth and popular culture. Buntline died in Stamford, New York at 65 from natural causes, remembered as the storyteller who turned Western figures into American legends. Geronimo, 1829 to 1909, born in present-day Arizona, became a fearless leader of the Apache people, resisting encroachment on his homeland. His courage and determination made him a symbol of native resilience. Geronimo died at 79 in Fort Sill, Oklahoma from pneumonia, remembered as one of the most enduring figures of the 19th century American frontier. Doc Holliday, 1851 to 1887, born in Griffin, Georgia, was both a skilled gambler and dentist. His close bond with Wyatt Earp and role at the gunfight at the OK Corral cemented his legend. Holliday died in Glenwood Springs, Colorado at 36 from tuberculosis, remembered as a gambler, gunman, and loyal friend of the frontier. Wyatt Earp, 1848 to 1929, born in Monmouth, Illinois, became an enduring symbol of frontier justice. Best known for his role in the gunfight at the Oakley Corral, he embodied law and order amid chaos. Earp passed away in Los Angeles at 80 from natural causes, remembered as a fearless lawman and towering figure of the Old West. Thank you for joining us. Though these Wild West legends belong to the 19th century, their courage and larger-than-life stories still shape how we imagine the frontier today. Their journeys remind us of grit, freedom, and the untamed spirit of America's past. Which tale inspires you most? Share your reflections below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so their legacy continues to ride on.